guys, happy Victoria Day to my fellow Canadians. Oh shit. Okay guys, my name is Chisom Madukwe. I'm a YouTuber based here in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I make video about my lifestyle as a new immigrant living here in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I also make video about fashion, beauty, sewing tutorials, commentary. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back on board. I'm so excited to have you back. If you're new here, I promise it's going to be very exciting, vibes upon vibes. And from the title of this video, you know what is going down. You know what is going down. I'm going to be addressing all your concerns, all your questions have been long coming. Yeah, we're going to address all of them today. So disclaimer, we are in no way immigration consultants, and we did not use any form of immigration agent. Okay, information we're going to share here is based on our own personal experience, our own personal researches, the route we took, the way we're able to process all our documents till we got our PR. So basically is our personal information, guys. So that's why I'm setting the disclaimer so you don't misquote me. We are in no way immigration consultants, guys. So I have a guest here. Guess who? So with no further ado, let's get right into it. Our special guest for today, my lovely husband. Hi, welcome to my channel.
Hi everyone.
So basically, we'd love you to take us down or walk us through the immigration process, and also let us know the different pathways to migrating to Canada, basically.
Moving down to Canada has vast. There are a lot of pathways, even some that I don't even know of. But the good thing is, all those information can be gotten online at their websites, immigration/canada.ca. Please, before I proceed, for all immigration Canada websites, it ends with .ca, not .com. So
take note, guys.
So for all government websites, it ends with .ca. So anything you want to check, ensure it ends with .ca. At that point, you'll be rest assured that you're getting the right information from the right source, because there are a lot of sites online that can brandish a lot of information for you. With that being said, I'm going to highlight a couple of the pathways that are available for people. You have pathways for refugees.
Okay.
You have pathways for skilled workers through the express entry. Also pathways for skilled workers through the provincial nomination, provincial nominees, and we have the Atlantic Immigration Program. But that's limited for some province like New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. Then we have pathways for the self-employed. Then there's a pathway too for entrepreneurs. Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
I think for entrepreneurs you need a minimum of $200,000 to invest for you to get your permanent resident. And also there's a pathway for temporary residents, those that are already here on temporary basis. They can move over to, there's the agri-food pilots. Like I said, there's a lot of pathways available for people. Just go online and you know what you have and look for the one that is suitable for you. Then you can get more information from that. But basically, I'm going to concentrate on the pathway we came in from.
Yeah.
We came in as skilled workers from the express entry, but and PNP as PNP candidate, that's provincial nominees. Yeah, where your provincial nominees, you could be express entry, provincial nominee, or express entry paper based. Okay, so we came in as express entry / provincial nominees. So the steps.
Sorry, I have a question before you proceed. You said paper based. Some of them don't know what the paper-based means.
Okay, paper-based are those that got the. I think that those that got. I stand to be corrected, but I think those that got their nomination directly from the province before applying. However, we applied that by creating accounts on IRCC website and joining the pool before applying for provincial nomination. So, but there are those that apply directly to the province as skilled workers. Then you get nomination. With that, you can now come and apply for a permanent resident. We apply for permanent resident while waiting for the ITA. We applied for provincial nomination. So these are two different things, but all to achieve same thing: permanent resident. So I was saying, I'm going to really talk more on the process we used in coming in. Firstly, first things first, you need to evaluate your academic credentials via West Canada. If you go online, you might see West US, West Canada. Make sure you go with West Canada. Select immigration purpose. You see IRCC is already selected for those you're going to send your report to, your evaluation to. Then list all your academic qualifications online. Pay your fees. They will generate a reference code for you. Use it to apply for your transcripts, and they will send it to West. And you can fax your certificate to West too. So once they evaluated, they're going to send you the evaluation report to you. And having that handy, you move over to the next level. Step two, you write to IELTS the test of English. There are two. Test is for French, then IELTS is for English. So depending on if you're bilingual, you can write both, because if you write both, you get more points. But if you write one, fine. Now we did just English, that's the IELTS, and you need to get to at least a minimum threshold for you to maximize your points in IELTS, because Express entry is point based. There's a point for your age, there's a point for your score in English, the test of English. There's a point, there's a point for is point based. So for everything you present, your job experience, the number of years, nobody's going to ask you. No, medical doctors don't earn more points than lawyers. What it matters is your number of years. So someone that have acquired 3 years experience will certainly have more points than those with 1 year experience. So your number of years, job experience, age, your English, your WES evaluation, that's your academic qualification. So for those with PhD, they will get the maximum points. Then those with masters, followed by those with masters, followed by those with 2 or more qualifications. Then before you now talk of the first degree. So the good thing I found out was OND, HND is being evaluated as 2 or more degrees or 2 or more certificates. So for those with OND, HND, I think they still have an advantage. So they get more points too. So that's fine. So having said that, you move over to your IELTS. Then for your IELTS, the minimum threshold I was talking about to maximize the point in IELTS is for listening, you need to have at least a minimum of 7.5 in listening.
That's right.
For you to maximize the point in that category. Then for other categories, reading, writing, and speaking, I think a 7 we do. With 7, you're good to go. I think with those scores, I think you can get almost the maximum point. Yeah, you can actually make an 8. An 8 will give you more points. So don't say 7 is the highest. 7 is not the highest.
Aim for the highest band.
Yeah, aim for the highest, but don't go below this. However, if you go below 7, that does not mean you cannot get ITA. No. The only thing is, what it means is your points on IELTS English will reduce. which will now make it a bit difficult for you to meet the cutoff points. I don't know if I'm clear, but that's it. So even if you have a 5 does not mean you cannot get. Let me tell you why you can actually get when you have a 5.
I'm sorry, you are hearing ITA means invitation to apply, right?
Yeah. Once there's a cutoff, once you apply, you join the pool. That's what it's called. For those that have applied, you're in the pool, and for every 2 weeks, there's a threshold of those they want to select. They might say, okay, for this week we are picking those that scored 450 and above. So if you're above 450, you will now be sent an invitation to apply. So the invitation to apply means ITA. IRCC will send you an email inviting you to apply for permanent residence. And while applying, that's when you're going to submit all these credentials. Because meanwhile, when you were uploading the form, when you were filling the form to submit, you stated you have masters, you stated you have PhD, you stated you have 10 years work experience in so field, you stated you have so amount of money in your account, you know, as the list goes. Now, once you get an ITA invitation to apply, once you apply, what are you doing? You've already filled the form. It's still the same form. You will not go back to the form. They're going to enable the submission portal. You will now begin to attach all all the credentials, all the paperwork behind what you stated you had. For instance, you said you have a master's in this, you have a PhD in this, and you got 200 points. So once you have gotten that ITA, what they're expecting you to now do is to submit your WEST evaluation, which we now acknowledge that yes, this candidate has submitted his or her result to us, we've evaluated, and is equivalent to Canadian PhD. Because that's what WEST does. WEST does is to compare the equivalence, your result to the Canadian one. So if you have a first degree from Nigeria, WEST compares it and evaluates as, okay, the report comes out, this person has a first degree in a Bachelor of Science in this course, is equivalent to a first degree in Canada. That's all. Simple. It doesn't evaluate whether you have a first class or a second class upper or a lower or a third class, even a pass. As far as you have a degree, what WEST does is to evaluate that your degree is equivalent to a degree in Canada.
Yeah, in Canada.
That your master's is equivalent to your master's in Canada. That your PhD is equivalent to your PhD in Canada. That's all. So with that evaluation, you throw it in. You scan, upload, scan your proof of funds. You stated you have 40,000, equivalent of $40,000 in your account. Fine. How do you get a proof of funds? Your statement of account, maybe 3 months, minimum of 3 months statement of account, and you upload. Yes, stating that yes, this is to confirm, this is to show what I claimed I had. Then your academic, your IELTS result, you upload it too. So that's the process. However, once you get to the pool, I will advise, once you get to the pool and your score seems to always go below, much below the threshold, the cutoff score, don't waste your time. Just look for provinces and apply for nomination. Apply for provincial nomination. Because once you hit that jackpot, I call it a jackpot because once you hit the jackpot, you have 600 points extra added to you. So you are good to go. So once you have your 600 points, you hit your jackpot. Let's say, for instance, your account, when you enter the pool, your total score was, let's say
430.
Let's say 300.
Oh, that's very
Let's
low.
say 300.
That's very low though.
And your 300 is way below the cutoff, and you're getting cutoff of 450, 500, 550. Even if you write IELTS, even if you put PSD, you might not get to that 550.
Exactly.
So your best option
Is PNP.
is to apply for a provincial nomination. Now that's a different topic. Provincial applying for a different nomination is a different topic, because each province has a different way of processing theirs. We are in Saskatchewan, you apply for it. For those in some provinces, the provinces will contact you. You don't need to apply for it. They will contact you from the pool and ask you to submit your documents to them. So, like I said, each province has a different way of processing their own applicants, and selecting their own applicants. So, once you hit your provincial, the points from your provincial nomination, 600 points, you are good to go.
Let's draw.
Because
you are going.
Let's say you have a 300 score and you now get the jackpot. You hit the jackpot 600. That's a total of 900. So
let's draw.
I think the highest draw, I stand to be corrected. I think the highest draw has not gone. I don't think there's any draw that has ever gone above 800. So even if it gets to 800, you are getting invited to apply for permanent resident in any available draw that comes after you get your provincial nomination. Immediately. So once you get nominated and you accept the nomination online, you notice that your score will increase automatically by extra 600 points. So once you're done with that, you are good to go. Once you get your ITA, you follow the instructions. You submit all the documents that are asked from you. Pay all the. It's advisable to pay the fees immediately to forestall any delay in processing. Some people don't pay and they wait till maybe when the file is being processed and they are not sent a mail. Kindly pay within 30 days or we'll reject your file. Don't wait for all those things. It's not necessary. Since you're already on it, no need to look back. As you're applying, pay for all the fees, because as you're applying, towards the end of your submission of the application, you will see the fees that you're supposed to pay. You will see the amount and try as much as possible to pay, and then you, fingers crossed, hopefully all things go well. Please don't submit any forged documents. Don't. Make sure all your credentials are genuine and authentic. Don't submit any forged
Don't shoot
forms.
yourself in the leg.
Don't submit any forged WES. Don't submit any forged IELTS. Don't do that.
Forged statements too.
Yeah, so don't do that. So make sure genuine documents are submitted. And I bet you, once all your documents are genuine, you are good to go. The only thing is going to take is time. The only thing that's going to take is time. But you, as for getting your permanent resident, you're good to go. Just start preparing your bag. You can come in any day, anytime. However, the timeline, the processing time, a lot of people ask, how long did it take? How long does it take? How long did yours take? Officially, the processing time is 180 days. That's 6 months. However, some have been very fortunate to get theirs in less than 6 months. While some are still fortunate to get theirs in 3 years' time. Some actually got theirs in 4 years. Really, yeah, but there's some things, maybe some things that cause delay. But the truth is, once all your documents are genuine, and this is what they asked you to submit. When they ask you to submit your reference letter, please submit reference letter. Don't submit your offer letter. If they say reference letter from your employer, please submit a reference letter, not an offer letter. These things are two different things. So make sure you're submitting the right documents. Submit genuine documents, submit the right documents, then you're good to go. Then it's just a matter of time, and fine, you'll get the congratulations mail ready for visa.
Okay, so
once you get that, welcome to Canada.
Yeah, I like hearing that a lot. Welcome to Canada. So, like someone that wants to start this application, like how much should the person be looking at?
I think the proof of funds has been reviewed recently. I think it was reviewed in April of 2022. I think for a single applicant, your proof of funds should be is about 13,000 plus Canadian dollars, not US dollars, Canadian dollars. So when you convert it, meanwhile, for you to get the actual amount in naira, use the official rate. Use Oanda. You can use this website oanda.com to get the equivalent in naira, not the black market rate, because currently Canadian dollar is around 470 as at 465, 470 as at today. Today is 23rd of May 2022. However, the official rate is way below 350. So if you're checking your proof of funds, if you are okay, please use the official rate. Don't mind the black market rate, because this is a government institution, so they only work with the government rate. So that's a good thing about it. Yes, we know we have inflation and so on and so forth, but the official rate. However, make sure your funds are much higher than what is asked of you.
Exactly.
For instance, if you're a family of, let's say, 2 or 3 or 4, and your minimum required amount is 25,000 Canadian dollars, ensure that your accounts, have up to at least 3,000 on top.
To be on the safe side.
Why? Because while the processing is going on, changes occur
reviews,
or might occur. There might be a review of the proof of funds. There might be an upward review, and if it now happens that there is any review, you might be asked to resubmit a fresh evidence or a fresh document showing your proof of funds. So to forestall all these issues, just ensure that you have enough, much higher than this stipulated or minimum stipulated amount. It's so that things will go well. And which other question do you have?
Okay, so I'll also state the disclaimer again. We are in no way immigration consultant. What we are sharing here is our personal experience, how we're able to apply our processes and all that. So we are no way an immigration consultant, please. So I have a couple of questions here from my subscribers, so I'm going to walk you through them. Okay, number 1, in your bunk said, please can you walk me through how to book my flight from Lagos, Nigeria to Toronto, Canada?
Okay, booking of flights. My best advice is go online, Google the sites, go to any airline you feel you're okay with. You can compare prices. A lot of them, British Airways, Lufthansa, Air France, Air Egypt, Air Maroc, Ethiopian Airline, Delta Airline, KLM, and so on. So just go on their sites, check for prices, check for your dates, the one that is suitable for you, apply. Because while I'm advising, when you go through third-party airlines, I don't want to mention names so that I don't demarket companies, but when you go through third-party ticketing companies, their fees tend to be higher. However, when you go to the airline's website directly, you tend to get a fair deal, a better deal. So advise, go to the airline's website. And I've used Ethiopian airline. My advice for Ethiopian airline is download the app. Once you download the app, it's seamless with the app. Just download the app on your phone. You can book your ticket within 3 minutes. So it's very seamless there. Thank you.
The second question, Joy Andrew said, please, I really need to know what kits, personal and food items such as gala, biscuits, sweets, cereal, packed in their backpack, and medication. Did you carry red oil?
Well, for medications, yes. Just label it medications, because we came with all forms of medications, anti-malaria, typhoid, cough.
You carried pharmacy to Canada.
Cough syrup, things, painkillers, Panadol Extra and so on. So many things. We came with actually a lot. So
a lot of medication.
So
we came to establish.
we are not praying. We are not praying to fall sick. We are not praying to fall sick, but we just have to come with them. And we came with a lot. So just come with as much as you can, but not depending on your family size. Depending on your family size, that's what you should look at. At least I came with something. Each a dosage for 2 dosage per person. Like for anti-malaria now, I came with 2 dosage per person. So that's the way I checked it. For typhoid, maybe one dosage for a person. So that's the way I had to work on mine, on ours. So that's it.
So did you carry red oil, guys?
No liquid.
Liquids are not allowed.
No liquid is allowed. Liquids are not allowed. However, if you can find any way to make your liquid convert it to solid, fine. Any way you can transform your liquid to solid, you're good to go.
You get what we mean. Get it.
So just liquids are not allowed, but find a way to convert it to solid.
Amaka said, can you please make a video of how the travel process works? We just did, Amaka. AB Wole say, may I ask why Regina, here Saskatoon, is more family oriented? Why Regina?
It's a personal choice. Regina, we actually selected Regina when filling the form, so I was like, okay, fine, let's head to Regina. It's not okay, we can move, but
yeah, but so far Regina is still family oriented. Like
so far, Regina
we are
is
liking it here.
It's okay. A lot of Nigerian communities here too. They are quite helping. It's okay.
So Okoye Tochku say, how much does a visa cost?
Okay, a visa fees get updated from time to time. So I will suggest, or rather advise, you check out the fees online. But for me, I think at the point, yes, you can have an idea of. I think their fees are close to $1,000 plus dollars. But when it gets to the point of you paying, you get to know what you're supposed to pay, because these things change from time to time.
It's been reviewed all the
so
time.
It's being reviewed, regularly. So just know you're supposed to pay. But I don't think it's you should, for a single person, for an individual, I don't think you should pay above. I stand to be corrected. I don't want to put figures here, but it's less than 1,500. It's less than 1,500 Canadian dollars for a person, per person. So I mean, all the fees is less than. I didn't say it's 1,500. I said less than. It's not up to 1,500. But however, when you get to that bridge, you get to know the actual price you're supposed to pay. So,
okay, DJ Abakwe Kosi, what did you pack to have so much luggages?
Number one is you have most airlines. I don't know for all, but I know most airlines give you a free 23 kg times 2 for international travelers, which is 46 kg free for luggage. My advice is for you to maximize whatever you can come with.
Every single one of them.
Food stuff, your clothing, your beddings, your household items. Guess what? Some people came with broom and packer. So
exactly, pot.
If your space can carry it, fine. Don't waste that space. It's free. We have 46 kg. Yeah, 23. We have 46 kg per passenger. So please maximize. It's for you. It's meant for you. If you don't maximize it, it becomes a gain for the airline. So maximize that space and come with things as much possible as you can. Yeah, we know that most times when you get there over time, over time you change most of those things. I agree with you, but you wouldn't want to land and start spending
and you're stranded
the little money you come with on things you actually have before and things you should have carried. For instance, we didn't come with broom, we didn't come with packer, but when I came here and I saw the price of packer, I was like, come on, if I knew, I would have taken a packer 500 naira and put inside the bag. Yeah. By the time you see the price of packer and you see the price of broom and you're converting naira to dollars to buy it,
you didn't tell them how much you bought.
You will regret not coming with your packer and broom. So my dear, if you have space to come with packer and broom, don't look at anybody. No send anybody.
If you carry your packer
and broom and come. You know, when somebody told us, we were laughing, I'm like, how can I go with packer and broom to Canada? More the conversion is not.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. See, we bought our mattress for close to, because it came with a spring. We bought it for close to $1,000.
Don't convert, guys. Don't bother.
And I was like, I bought this dollar in black market. So you can imagine, this is what I can use to buy 5 or 6 Vitafoams from Nigeria.
That's right.
I mean the biggest size. I can actually buy 5, but how do you bring it down here? So, my dear, the things you can carry. It makes it easier for you. So that, the thing is, once you come, the idea is you don't start spending what you came with on things you can actually come with from Nigeria. So you keep your money until you start work, you settle in properly, start earning in dollars, then you can afford to begin to change things you came with. But as a newcomer, just make things easier for yourself. Make things easier for yourself. Don't throw away all your shoes. Don't throw away all your clothes. Come with them. It might come in handy. Yes, there is winter, but you need to wear clothes on top. You can buy winter jackets.
You need to layer
when you land. When you land, you buy your winter jacket and you're good to go.
You need to layer up.
So
Stels Luchi said, how did you pack foodstuffs and what is allowed and not allowed? So Stels, I'll make a separate video on that, telling you guys what is allowed into Canada, what is not allowed. So just look out for that video. Theodora Mekunye said, please, how did you weigh your luggages before leaving for the airport?
For the weighing, I got a scale from a friend. After packing your luggages, we weighed it and I ensured that we did not exceed that threshold of 23 kg, so that we didn't have any issue at all at the airport when we were weighing our bags, our luggages. So I even went below that. I ensured none of our luggages got beyond 21 kg. So I don't want stories of your bag you're having excess luggage, come and pay.
Exactly.
These things can actually destabilize you a bit. So I didn't want that. So I ensured that all our bags were actually maximum at 21 kg, and so good to go. So we never had issue of excess luggage at all. Even when we got to Toronto and they checked the scale, they weighed it again, none was above the threshold.
Because if it's above, you need to drop some certain things.
Or you pay.
Yes, or you pay extra.
You pay for the excess luggage, or you drop it. So I wouldn't want to pack things and I get to the airport and I start unpacking. And once you unpack, it's gone because you don't know who to give it to. So or you pay if you want it. So those things are unplanned for. So we had to ensure we are a little bit below the threshold of 21, maximum 22 kg. So that's it.
So Bridget Bema official said, please, are perfumes and perfumes oil allowed in Canada?
Liquids are not allowed. Liquids are not allowed. However, if you want to come with your perfume, with your body spray, make sure you check it in your luggage. Don't carry it in your hand carry. Check it in your luggage, but please wrap it very well. Seal it up and make sure it doesn't spill. These are one of the things they're avoiding. So make sure it doesn't spill. Wrap it up, cover it very well. I think you'll be good to go.
So guys, this is the end, okay, of this video. Thank you so much, and thank you to our guests.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot to mention,
okay,
some people will say, you didn't mention about medicals, you didn't mention about biometrics. Yes, these things will come. Once you get your ITA, you know, you will get an email asking you for medical. So it's not something you go and do beforehand.
Exactly.
So it's a process. You have to be in that process. When you get to that stage, you will be informed to go and get, and you'll be given, I think, within 30 to 90 days to submit your medicals. Also with biometrics, when you get to that stage, they will ask you to they'll still give you that timeline to submit your biometrics. So that is why I did not mention it. But it's not as if you're going to go do it. You're going to do that, but they will be the one to inform you when to do it. So just get your cash ready. Anytime you get the email, you do it, and we'll be glad to welcome you. Especially for those coming to Regina. Just let us know. We'll be glad to pick you from the airport,
guys,
and help you settle in.
I'm telling you guys, we can't wait to have you guys here.
Thank you.
We can't wait to have you guys. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming to our channel today, and we hope you come next time.
Thank you.
Because we'll be dragging him next time for more info, like the PNP. Yes, we need to go deep inside it, but because of time, I don't want this video to be very long, so that's why we want to cut it short. But he will still come back here, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to like, share,
subscribe. Yes,
for more information,
and hit the notification bell, guys.
Thank you.
Love you guys, and bye bye.